All right, everyone. I thought we'd do an energetic weather update this morning. How about that? A bit of a long-range one. I may have titled this something like, I haven't done the title yet because I haven't done the reading, but it might be something like things you need to know or what you should know, something like that. This is a bit of a long-range thing. There's a new cycle of energy. It's a medium-sized cycle, it's nothing major. It stretches from about right now, okay, right up through about, I would say February or so, February-ish 2025, okay? And it involves Saturn, it involves the core energy, and it involves a little bit of the North Node, which is in Aries right now, all right? All that being said, what is it? Well, it's about planning. It's about getting your ducks in a row. It's about setting up the pins. And the reason that I'm here telling you about it, I wouldn't normally, I'd just let it flow out in readings as it plays out. But it's a pretty important time between now and February 2025 for getting your ducks in a row, as I like to say. Because I will tell you, and I'm going to make a prediction here, which you will see, I'm probably right, a few years from now, probably mid-2027 until about mid-2028-ish kind of time frame, things are going to get a little choppy in the energy. A lot choppy. In other words, you're not going to want to be out there in a canoe, okay? You're going to want to have a nice boat. And right now, this time period between May and 2025 will help you set up for that so that you have a good boat. You just ride it out. It's not going to be a problem, all right? It'll get choppy for different reasons. For some of you, it'll be financial. For others of you, it'll be health. For others of you, it'll be just relationship choppiness with new relationships that you might be in at that time. All of that. It's just, there's always a storm. You know, think of the soulmate cycle, or any cycle really, but we're just talking about the soulmate cycle. Think of that as weather, right? You know, some days are sunny, some days are cloudy, sometimes a big storm rolls in, sometimes, you know, it's just the way it is. It's one of those storms. It's a big storm, it's a big category 19 hurricane, and it's coming between mid-27 and mid-28. Right now, the energy is providing an opportunity, okay? An opportunity for you to prepare for that. I'm telling you about it so that you know. You can dismiss it and say, oh, fuck you, Steve. A few years from now, things are going to get choppy. Trust me, they are. Okay? I can read timelines. I can see where it's going. I'm just telling you. Everybody in different ways is going to be in choppy water during that time frame. Some minor, some major. It is what it is. Right now is the time for you in this energy, this opportunity energy, which involves a lot of Saturn, which is karma, and a lot of North Node, which is destiny, right? To get your ducks in a row, to make plans, to shore things up, shore up your finances, shore up your health, shore up your lifestyle choices, whatever. Right now, we begin right here in May 2024, that planning stage, that ability to do that. But you can't plan, you wouldn't utilize this energy properly, right? This time period between May and February 2025, if you didn't know, if I didn't tell you that it's here for that reason. It's here specifically, it's tied to that choppy energy that happens in mid-27 through about-ish mid-28. Okay, it's tied to that energy. It is the planning stage. It'll define the difference. May through February, right now through February 2025 will define the difference between you drowning in that choppy water or just riding across it without too much trouble. So keep that in mind, okay? All right, I have a pre-shuffle here, and we're going to pull on this planning energy, all right? Maybe you get some tips. Maybe we find out more about it. I don't know. Let's just see, all right? It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. Take the information I give you, just pack it away. Don't worry about it. But spend this time wisely. All right, that's all I'm saying. Just get your ducks in a row. Go on your spiritual journeys. Find yourself, right? Try not to get too wrapped up in 8 swords and all that kind of stuff. If you need to make lifestyle changes, make them. You know, whatever. Now the opportunity is there. So it's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. But if you found this reading, you're probably here for a reason. It could just be one thing I say. Maybe I already said it. I don't know. Probably did, to be honest. But hey, let's do a reading anyway. It is timeless. You're all going to start the planning stages and getting your ducks in a row at different times. But the cycle is what it is. The cycle of energy is right now, about this point in May through about February 2025. Okay? So, here we go. Pre-shuffle. Well, look. Divine timing, right? It's an opportunity within the energy. It's a chance to get things right. This 7 of Pentacles is crossed by the 9 of Pentacles. Time is right to liberate yourself, to set yourself up. This is someone who's independent, right? This is just the surface energy of this cycle, but there it is. It's right here. This is the whole definition of it. Divine timing, opportunity within the energy. The energy is right for you to set yourself up. 9 of Pentacles. Underneath that, methodical planning. The Knight of Pentacles, often in many decks or a few decks, depicted as a guy at a map, plotting out a course. Methodical planning. It's what this energy is about. This is the pre-shuffle's just surface energy. There it is. Underneath that, the Queen of Swords. It's important that you're honest with yourself when you're putting your ducks in a row. Okay? If there's something you need to change, you've got to get honest with yourself that you need to change it. It's right here. Queen of Swords. All right? And don't be afraid to cut things out. And like we've been talking about, don't let sentimentality hold you back. All right? Underneath that is the Knight of Cups. All right? It's just about, so that this is just talking about if you do that, you're smooth in that choppy water that's coming. All right? Also, this energy, something about it, also, this getting your ducks in a row, will bring opportunity to you, okay? As you're working with the universe to help the universe, the fickle old gal universe, balance energy, as I often tell you, you get rewarded for that. Anybody that helps the universe balance energy really gets some good, well, as the kids like to say, some good karma coming their way, all right? Underneath that here is the Strength card, and there's the 7 of Wands. It's about getting yourself strong, 500-pound lion, and having the high ground during the storm that is coming a few years down the road, okay? And I'm telling you it's there. I'm telling you about it so you know, all right? There it is. You can take it for what it's worth to you, but, you know, I live my life by my own observations of energy, and I usually do okay when the storms come. And my friends and family do okay, because I tell them about it too. So I'm telling you guys, all right? A few years from now, things are going to get choppy, all right? I'm telling you. All right, here we go. Let's see. It can play out many different ways. It'll play out differently for societal energies and things like that. You know, you can already see it setting up in societal energies. All you got to do is click on the fucking news. You know where we're heading. It's unreal. It's not just the U.S. It's affecting a lot of other countries too. Well, I'll tell you. All right, let's go. Let's see where we're at. Let's see what the universe wants to tell us. Give me an energetic weather update here on this cycle. All right. We'll call it the duck in a row cycle. How about that? That'll work. All right, let's go. Give me 3 cards and a bottom card, universe, on whatever you want to tell everybody here, as if I haven't probably already said it. But we'll see. I don't know. Maybe there's something else. Bottom is the sun. Okay, that'll be crossing the center card I pulled. See, it's what I'm saying. It's what look, I mean, I could take, energy's always in layers. Okay, I'll take the surface layer here and just tell you, look, here we are now. Now, nobody ever thinks things are going to go sideways. We have a short-sighted, there's a lot of short-sightedness in societal energies, right? Self-focus and things like that. I mean, if you were living your life in 2019, for example, right? 2019, normal year, regular year, going out doing your things. Most people didn't see COVID coming, right? And our whole world got turned upside down in 2020. Lockdowns, all of a sudden people wearing masks, all of a sudden people dying. They're bringing ships in to house the dead over in New York. Nobody would have predicted that. Nobody. I did. But I wasn't on YouTube, and I can't prove that, but I knew there was a storm coming, all right? I prepped for it. I started prepping for it in 2018. I'll tell you, I didn't know what the storm was, but I knew there was a storm. I knew 2020 was something very different and very special. All right? That said, my nose is running like a DM. So what this on the surface is saying is, yeah, okay, fine. Oh, everything's fine, Steve. You can't, you know, a few years from now, yeah, there's a tower coming. There's a big tower coming. There's a big storm on the horizon. That's just surface energy. It's not really pertaining to this reading. It just made me chuckle when I saw it. Keep that in mind, always. Always, you know, always keep your ducks in a row. Always allow for the fact that things might go sideways, catawampus, batshit catawampus. Center card. Chariot. What's red with the tower? The 5 of Swords. Yeah. It's the old Styx song, you're fooling yourself if you don't believe it. Right here with the Five of Swords and the Tower. You're not going to cheat this tower. Whatever this tower is, it's coming a few years down the road. All right? That I will tell you. That's one layer of energy. We're done talking about that. Now, let's go a little deeper into the energy here. The sun, in the base energy, the sun crossing the chariot. All right? Yeah. It's this forward movement in the energy. There's a determination here as well. Okay? There's a determination about moving forward, about making some changes. If you make the changes, if you get focused and you make the changes, you'll do fine. You absolutely will. If you try to shortchange it, all right, it'll bite you in the ass. There's no doubt about it. What's fueling that sun? Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Again, you know, it's a solid new beginnings are what this cycle is all. I'm pulling on this cycle, the planning cycle, the ducks in a row cycle. Solid new beginnings are what it's all about. But you've got to be honest. You've got to be clear. You can't take a Pollyanna sort of attitude towards it. All right. Let's pull on the Tower just for fun. All right. Why is the Tower here? In the current energy universe. Don't worry about the Tower that's coming a few years down the road. In the current energy, why is the Tower here? Why are you giving me this for them? Some of you need to make big changes. It's possible. All right? I'll tell you. All right, let's go. Why is the Tower here? Yeah, it's crossed by the Ace of Swords. Yeah, some of you need to make big changes. Big changes. All right? I mean, that's just what it is. Aces are about new beginnings. The Ace of Swords in particular, in this case, I think for most people, it's one specific thing. And I think it will dawn on you what that is. All right? I think it will. I think that'll come through. Yeah. What's on top here? Queen of Wands. It's always just this warning about superficial. Like it popped in my head with the storm that's coming a few years down the road. If you're living paycheck to paycheck right now, you might want to try to fix that. You might want to do something about that, because you might actually suffer a lot in that storm that's coming. This is about superficial energy. It's about not glazing over it. It ties to the Five of Swords. All right. Like I said, I probably already said it. The universe is just expanding on it a little bit. It's about setting a foundation, setting a solid foundation. Isn't something, I wouldn't trust the Queen of Wands to build a house for me. All right. Queen of Wands is going to be all about what the house looks like, rather than whether the house is stable, has good bones, that kind of thing. Why is the Queen of Wands here? The Seven of Cups. It really is one thing for most of you, right? As far as getting your ducks in a row, what that means, setting up the pins, right, so that you're safe, building a better boat. It really is just one thing. There's a whole lot of try to focus. This is talking about determination here a little bit. There's a lot of focus with the Chariot card crossed by the sun. There's a lot of focus. Try to focus. Don't try to scatter yourself around too much. Well, Steve says there might be a storm coming. I've got to do this and this and this and this. No. Just worry about the big stuff, okay? The little stuff will sort itself out. All right. Let's pull on the Five of Swords. Why is the Five of Swords here? As if I don't already know. Well, why is the Five of Swords here? It's an energy of shooting yourself in the foot, false victory, but what else? I don't know what this is specifically. There's anxiety attached to it, and I don't know why. Why is the Five of Swords here? Oh, I know. I'll just tell you. I'm not sure if it'll come out in the cards because it's just one of the energies, but don't worry about making mistakes here, okay? There's no, just I give you this information. Don't go into a fucking panic attack about it and start, trying to scatter your energy around. It's no big deal. It's an opportunity, a very long period of time, May right now through February 2025, to build a foundation for yourself, right? To get your ducks in a row. Allow for the fact that things might go catawampus a few years down the road. Right? Start thinking about that. Don't worry about making mistakes or something like that. It's fine. You just do the best you can. That's all. You have the information. The opportunity is there, the energy. Just do the best you can. That's all you can do. Yeah. It's the Emperor crossing that. The Emperor drives that chariot, by the way. Again, it's backing up what I said. The Emperor is in control. The Emperor knows what to do. It's all four kings, right? As far as putting your ducks in a row, you'll want to channel your masculine side, okay? You will. You'll want to everybody has a masculine and a feminine energy. You want to balance the two. Yeah, channeling your masculine side here will prevent a lot of problems, all right? It'll keep you focused. It'll keep you, because I got the focus here, I got the determination here. The Emperor drives the chariot. What's on top? Three of Pentacles. Building a solid foundation, not a half-assed one. And how do you avoid building a half-assed one? You stay in control and you don't focus on stupid nonsense, okay? Superficial stuff, the big stuff, the foundation of the house. The Queen of Wands, if the Queen of Wands was building a house, that's why I wouldn't want the Queen of Wands to build me a house. They'd be worried about what's in it. Oh, what color is this wall going to be? And what's that going to be? Just as an example. Completely ignoring the foundation. We'll spend more money on the decorations and skimp on the concrete, right? We'll get the cheap concrete so I can afford this vase I want to put in this room. It's not the way to go. This is about solid, rock solid foundations. And you'll be fine. That storm won't touch you. It won't touch you if you got a solid foundation. You got a good boat, if you will. Why is the Three of Pentacles here? Death card. You got, again, it's transformation. It's one thing's ending and another thing is beginning. You're going to want a solid foundation in that beginning. That's all I say. It's very powerful. It's also talking about the fact that energy in the future that I told you about, which might be too much energy reading for YouTube. Don't make me pay for it. I'm giving you information about a few years down the road so that you plan now. The energy is here for you to just build a solid foundation. That's it. The cards backed up what I said. The pre-shuffle backed up what I said. I could have done this whole reading without the cards. But this is inevitable. Well, just like death. Death is inevitable. We're all in these bodies, in these vessels, we're all going to die one day. Everybody dying. I'm now the greatest doctor in the world. I've just diagnosed everyone watching. You're all dying. There. Done. Right? Well, the body is anyway. That's it. It's an inevitable energy. So you're going to want that solid foundation. All right. Let's see if there's anything else the universe wants to tell you. Let's grab the witches. See. Well, look at that. The most solid new beginning in the tarot at the bottom. All right. You know what areas you need to shore up if there's another storm coming or something like that, right? You know, you can use COVID as an example if you want. I don't think it's another pandemic type thing, although it could be. I can't predict that. I can say it's very choppy energy. I can say that. So you'll want to make sure, again, that your ducks are in a row. The opportunity is within the energy right now where things kind of go your way. You'll be able to set things up easily. If you need to change jobs or change a lifestyle habit, the energy will support that, all right, in a big way, because you're helping the universe balance energy. What's happening is there's so much energy out of balance that eventually it just knocks the boat over, and that's kind of it's about to reach a fever pitch a few years down the road, and that's what's happening. So it could be a financial thing for some people, like I said. It could be a health thing for some people if you don't make some lifestyle changes. It could be I don't know, an emotional thing if you don't deal with some stuff you have to deal with. It's about the big stuff, not about the superficial stuff. You just confuse things and you'll get all scattered if you're focused on what the Queen of Wands might be focused on. In other words, as a metaphor, don't focus on the vase you're going to put in the living room of the new house. Focus on the new house. Focus on the foundation of it. Make sure it's well built. Right? All the flooding we have these days, you probably want to make sure it's waterproof. What's going on here? What else you want to tell everybody? Anything? Give me one card and a crossing card. Ace of Pentacles. All that shuffling. And it came back. The card that was at the bottom. And now what's at the bottom is a Knight of Cups. Okay? You can all do this. You can all take it. The universe is basically saying, hey, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you out. Steve's going to tell you about it. About the opportunity energy. A small cycle of energy that stretches from May, right now, May 2024, till about February 2025. Where things kind of go, you want to set something up, you want to make a new job, you want to do this, you want to do that. You are getting help from the universe to build this solid foundation. So just go for it. It's worth it in the end. You'll be grateful that you did. You will. You'll always be grateful that you did anyway. But that choppy energy is coming. There's no doubt about that. All right. So I'm telling you about it. Take it for what it's worth to you. But what's really important isn't the few years down the road. Don't focus on that. You'll lose focus if you do that. That's focusing silly stuff, the surface stuff. Focus on this energy right now. I'm telling you, there's an opportunity within the energy for you to make free will decision to say, you know what? I'm going to start shoring things up a little bit. All right? Everybody knows what it is. You'll figure it out. That Ace of Swords tells me everybody's got something that they can make sure that everything's good, that you can weather a storm, if you will. All right? And that storm's going to play out differently for all of you. Don't try to predict how it's going to play out for you. Right? It's sort of like what I did with COVID when I sort of picked up on something on 2020 being a little different back in 2018. I didn't know specifically how it was going to be choppy or how things were going to change. I knew there was going to be a huge paradigm shift. But I made sure that, I was all right. And I was. Lockdowns didn't touch me. I was fine. I was able to just hang out online and, whatever. I watched a lot of tarot readings in 2020, which set me up, helped me to sort of see whether or not I wanted to come on YouTube. In 2021, I did, that kind of thing. I wanted to see what was out there, what people were doing, and, so I used the time productively. I knew it would be there. So that's all this is. But again, don't focus on the superficial. Use this time to build solid foundations, all right? New friendships, that's part of it too, right? New relationships, good relationships, solid relationships will serve you well in this. You don't need someone who's giving you trouble, right? Making you all stressed out and stuff like that, all right? That's your reading. That's the energetic weather update. Again, the cycle is from right now through about February 2025. Do with it what you will. Dismiss this reading as a bunch of nonsense if you want. That's fine. But you're not going to want to be in a canoe middle of 27 till about the middle of 28. Give or take. Again, there's no time in the energy. We'll just say a few years out and leave it at that. All right? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful, all right? If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right, good luck.